Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, I would love to share with you the journey of one of the children in my kindergarten class, Raqiya. Together, we will look at how I have been supporting her learning and well-being in our program, the adjustment we have made so she can join in just like her friends, and the way we have been working as a team with her family and other professionals. Everything I will share today is grounded in the Disability Discrimination Act 1982 and the Disability Standard for Education 2005, as well as the Early Year Learning Framework and the National Quality Standard. Raqiya is a beautiful 5-year-old girl who recently joined our group. She and her family resettled here in Australia after spending several years in a refugee camp in Kenya. She has a mild hearing impairment and also shows some signs of post-traumatic stress. For Raqiya, this means that sometimes transition can feel overwhelming and she can find it tricky to communicate her needs. She has moments where she withdraws or becomes anxious. But she is also incredibly resilient, gentle, and curious, especially when it comes to animals. My role is to make sure Raqiya feels safe, valued, and part of everything we do, so we can learn and grow alongside her peers. As Cologon reminds us, inclusion is not just about being present in the room, but about truly belonging. Holistic approach, universal design for learning. When planning for Raqiya, I try to see the whole picture, not just her diagnosis, but her interests, her culture, her strength, and her needs. I draw on universal design for learning, which encourages us to give children multiple ways to engage, understand, and express themselves. For example, we use a sound field amplification system in the room. While it helps Raqiya hear instructions more clearly, it also benefits every child by making group times calmer and easier to follow. We have also set up a visual support, picture schedule, transition card, and prompts. This gives Raqiya a sense of what is happening and when, but they also support all the children who are still developing their understanding of routines. In our classroom, we have created a quiet, cozy corner with soft cushions, books, and sensory tools. This has become a little safer haven for Raqiya when she feels overwhelmed, but I have noticed other children using it too when they need a break. Importantly, everything we do is trauma-informed. Predictable, gentle voices and caring relationships are at the heart of our practice. And as the EYLF reminds us, children learn best when they feel safe, secure, and supported. These practices also reflect on the National Quality Area 1 on Program Quality and Quality Area 5 on Nurturing Relationships. Specific teaching strategies. Now let me share some examples of the little strategies we have been using day to day. In group time, I adapt a story session by adding visual storytelling cards, simple Auslan signs, and props. This way, Raqiya doesn't have to rely only on listening. She can join in by pointing to pictures, turning pages, or acting out part of the story. It gives her confidence, and I can see her comprehension growing. We also have a peer buddy system. A little friend sits beside her during group activities to model what to do. This not only supports Raqiya, but also builds friendship and empathy in the group. Transitions used to be very hard for her, so we use a visual routine board and a comfort toy to help her feel calm. Over time, she has become so confident that she now sometimes shows the picture cards to other children to help them. That moment of her leading peers is exactly what Wolfensberger describes in social role valorization, enabling children to take on value and meaningful roles. These are small but powerful adjustments that make sure she is included on the same basis as her peers, which is exactly what the Disability Standard for Education requires. Now let's go with the summary table. According to the National Consistent Collection of Data on School Students with Disability, Raqiya is requiring a substantial level of adjustment. The level of adjustment is substantial. Typical adjustment FM system, that it's a personal system that reduces background noise and improves clarity, visual supports, play therapy, trauma-informed strategies, ILP, that it's interprofessional learning, evidence, and ILP, allied health report, teacher observation, family input. Having this evidence documented ensures that her support is consistent, accountable, and aligned with national standards. One of the most important things I have learned is that support a child like Raqiya is never done by one teacher alone. It really does take a team. So I meet regularly with her family, who are so generous in sharing insight about her routines at home and their cultural expectations. This helps us create a program that is meaningful and respectful. This also reflects National Quality Standard Quality Area 6, which emphasizes partnership with families and communities. I also collaborate with professionals, a speech pathologist to support her language development, an audiologist for her hearing, and a psychologist for her emotional well-being, and her play therapists who guide us in trauma-informed strategies. Each of them brings knowledge that strengthens what we do in the classroom. Inside our center, I work closely with co-educators and assistants. We share observation, reflect on progress, and adjust strategies together. This kind of consultation ensures consistency across the whole team and reflects best practice in inclusive education. As the United Nations remind us, true inclusion must be systemic and collaborative. By weaving collaboration into our daily practice, we give Raqiya the strongest chance to succeed. So, to wrap up, supporting Raqiya has shown me how inclusion in early childhood rests on three things. First, a holistic approach to classroom design based on universal design for learning and trauma-informed pedagogy. Second, the use of differentiated strategies and reasonable adjustment, like visual storytelling, peer buddies, and comfort strategies to ensure equitable participation. And third, strong collaboration with families, professional colleagues, which is essential for sustainable support. This directly addresses the two learning outcomes for this presentation, demonstrating a range of teaching strategies and showing skills in collaboration and consultation. I would like to close with the words of Maria Montessori, who beautifully captured that drive us as educators and teachers. The child is both a hope and a promise for mankind. When we provide thoughtful adjustment and a strong partnership, we are honoring that promise for children like Raqiya. Well, thank you very much everyone for your attention and time, and let's do this. We can all together help to give this beautiful girl the life, quality, and love she deserves. Thank you.